All right, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been seeing one team in particular, other than Old Rush, that's been kind of ruining PvP right now. And I'm gonna show you guys right now the most annoying team you possibly will ever want to see, and it's the Ludociel type of team. Now, Ludociel, he had his Holy Relic, which pretty much improved this character by a mile long, because now he pretty much can out CC a lot of characters. And then you also have the addition to Constellation system and also boosting box CC to increase the HP. So if you're a person who are, I guess you can say a whale, you can abuse Ludociel for the most part in PvP. Other than people who are probably not a whale, they probably gonna have to rely to Rush team. But this team in particular is very, very annoying because you have Rimuru and you also have Trey Meliodas. Rimuru Infect card is absolutely annoying. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's absolutely annoying because you can't get no HP back. Also, you have a lot of AoEs from Trey Meliodas, who has a Pierce card. So now you're gonna be pretty much having absolutely no HP once you get to your turn. And this team can also abuse Ult Rush players as well, because Ult Rush, you really rely on your HP being high so you can have a chance to stall long enough before you get your ultimate. And with this team, because it's so high DPS, Ult Rush teams pretty much lose pretty easy. Like, this team is very quick, easy, and farmable in PvP. Like, you just farm people up in PvP for the most part. So we're gonna be showing you guys just quick gameplay of that. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and comment down below, what do you think is more annoying, Ult Rush or Ludociel type of team? All right. I felt like it was a time to finally just be random. All right, sometimes I do these random videos where I have like gameplay in the background, and pretty much I just talk about life throughout the gameplay of this video. So I also like to give up this warning, even though people be like, yo, really, you shouldn't apologize this, but yes, I'm about to say it right now again. But in this video, I'm probably gonna be speaking in Ebonics, which means I'm probably gonna be using slang. I might be having like run-off sentences, or I might repeat a word a lot, which people do be memeing in the comments, which is be hilarious. And pretty much for the most part, I just be wanting to talk to you guys like a one-on-one. Like, I just want to talk to you guys like a homie. Like, I know you probably used to me talking in a YouTube fashion where I'm pretty much more professional. I'm speaking about the gameplay intellectually. Like, I just want to have like that one-on-one where I can just let loose, you know? So that's why I like to have these type of videos where I'm just pretty much just speaking. Some people be saying like, yo, you sound like a freaking podcast, but I just be thinking like the first thing that comes to my mind. And what I just want to talk about is just like my break and why I felt like I talked to, like I said why I took my break. I'm pretty sure I explained it in the video, but it just like what I've been seeing with grandcross. I just been seeing like so many of my friends like just sell accounts, just quit, or just not feel the love like they used to for the grandcross the game. Now, grandcross is an amazing game. Unfortunately, it has like a terrible IP, so it can't be as big as it should be. You know, it used to be like pretty big until like, you know, stuff like Genshin came out, or yeah, like Genshin really like pushed like a whole nother mold of anime mobile games and stuff like that. And I just didn't like, there's just things that I wish that grandcross would just do so we can just improve on the player base, because I just want to see change. Like, I just tired of seeing the goddamn same things over and over. Like, I'm a PvP channel, and what was that one video where I was using Summon Meliodas and I just kept facing back-to-back Ult Rush, and I was winning. All right, I kept facing back-to-back Ult Rush, and I'm like, when does it end? When does it end? And I feel like with grandcross, they could have so much. They can improve on so much, because the reason why meta be so pretty much the same thing is that grandcross don't update older characters and stuff. And with that, you pretty much only have like choice to newer characters. But if they improve on older characters, trust me, guys, I be using some of these memes in PvP, and I be just thinking to myself, bro, if this character had way better stats or a little bit improvement on the kits, this character would be far to use. And it'd be so hurtful, because I'd be like, ah, man, I would love to use this character again. Like, you know, times they'd be like, yo, I wish I could use Green Escort or PvP, but I know he's gonna get like nuked from one crit. It just sucks. Or you just look at like the things that are in the game, you just be like, man, why don't they just update this a little bit more? Like reverse stages, reset the tower, or improve on the coin shop, or improve gear PvP so people can actually want to play, or improve on the PvP shop. It's just a lot of things that they should be doing, but all they do is just add on other new stuff. Like I think we're supposed to be having like something like a gauntlet type of, it was like a gauntlet type of new event coming out soon. I'm just like, bro, why just don't improve on the other stuff? And so again, the last time I spoke to you guys in one of my videos, that pretty much I was asking for people for like manga and stuff, or manga recommendation that I can just read for a week. And I'm not gonna lie, for the most part, I think I just ignore most of everything. And it's not that y'all manga recommendation was like bad. It's just like I ended up in a rabbit hole of manhwa. Now, if you don't know what manhwa is, hopefully I'm saying that right. Is that it's just Korean manga, which is like manga with like color. Like I'm pretty sure with Japanese manga, you guys know about the black and white and stuff. And that sub heat. I can't even lie to you. Like, as I've been reading more and more, I be having like specific genres that I've been interested in. Like, some genres that I'm into right now is like martial arts / cultivations manga. And like what's another one I like? I like fantasy / game, like you know the Sword Art Line type of stuff. Like you just like you have a world where it's kind of like game like you have these skills, you level up and things like that. Or you have like the isekai where you just reincarnate into like maybe another world. And sometimes those genres can mix up and mesh it together. Like sometimes you have the reincarnation to a martial world, or you have martial arts mixed up with the game, like since like it's just a lot of things. And oh my god, bro, I just be loving it. I be loving that so much. Like, and sometimes the things, I don't know what it is, but you can feel like sometimes they be like somehow like the same thing. Now, if you don't know what some Korean mangas are, you probably already heard or already seen them before. Like Tower of God, God of High School, Solo Leveling, which is getting an anime. Like you've seen those things before, where it's just like it's just so beautiful. Sometimes that they are. And the story they tell, sometimes they get a little bit repetitive. Like, you know, you just got this one character who's pretty much like a nobody, and then somehow he gets broken where he just destroying everybody, and he becomes like pretty much unbeatable throughout the whole thing. And again, that sometimes get repetitive, but I don't know, man. I'd be like a sucker for those type of manga. I don't know. I just like like an MC where I can be like, oh my god, this dude is just a badass. All right, you know, like I just be like, man, every time I read this, I want to read more. I want to see like a freaking bloodbath when he just walks or something like that. It'd be crazy because the thing is, like, as I just think about it more and more, bruh, I have to blame like anime in general, like back in the day. Like I don't know what made me into like in these type of manga, but that genre, like those genres just hit different, right? Because you know, back in my day, like we had like Toonami and stuff, you know. You got that, what's that guy name? Like it was like the robot dude or something. He comes out in a ship, you know, giving like the intros, like what the time slot is gonna be for watching anime. Like you had the stuff like what was the anime we used to watch back in the day? Naruto, Dragon Ball, because it was like late nights, right? So you had Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, what's it called? Fooly Cooly, Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist, Blue Exorcist. What's some other ones? Did they have a Kami got kill or Kill a Kill? Like it was just a lot of them. But you just be like, man. And I just love the act. I just love the action, you know. It's just like I'm just a sucker for it, you know. Like I remember back in the day, bro. People didn't even like mess with anime like that. Like you ever like you guys probably know. Like, people just look at you like a whole nerd when if you like interested in like anime and stuff. Now every like I don't know because like the internet how internet just boomed. Now everybody just love anime, right? I be seeing all the cute people just love anime. You feel me? Like I remember all the cute girls, you know, they didn't like they be like, what is anime? You feel me? Now everybody just enjoys anime. You no matter how hood you are, you know? Like you be like, what you be watching? People be like, yo, you watch Soul Eater? Or they be like, yo, do you watch Attack on Titan? I'm like, oh my god. Like, I be like, I'm like, where was you at like 10 years ago? Where I was like coming to school like freaking Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Y'all were just looking at us crazy like we was like nerds. Now y'all know, now y'all like Dragon Ball, huh? Now y'all know about Naruto. They be like, yo, yeah, I know Naruto. I know Naruto. Man, Naruto used to be the stuff, bruh. Especially like old, like before like what was it before in the Shippuden? Like I always remember that one time, and I don't know why, but I like this when it happens where you have like these type of characters where they have like these like character arcs. Like back in the day, you just see like the character arcs of people. Like obviously they become like hated characters before, and then as you just progress, as you just watch more and more, you can see like the change in the character. Like people be saying stuff like what was it, Black Clover, like with Asta, how you be yelling and stuff, and then it's only happened like a few episodes maybe, or is it the whole season? I forget, but it's like a couple episodes maybe, and then you see how his character develops, and he, instead of him being like this all like yelling type of person, he becomes all serious more and more as you progress to like the episodes. And again, you just have that character development, all depending on if you choose to like continue on with the story. Again, sometimes people always like forget like these are characters, right? They have their arc somewhere they improve on. Like I remember how people was like so what was it, Dragon Ball, where you had like Gohan all crying and stuff, and people was like, man, I just hate this Gohan character. Like this kid always crying, he always whining. Like where's Goku? And then you just see how he just becomes like a very serious character as you just watch more and more Dragon Ball. Or you have like with Naruto, bruh. Like Naruto, where you have all these like you have Naruto, who's just like this troublemaker, goofy character, pretty much a good for nothing nobody. And as you just watch him more, you progress and see how intelligent and smart he can actually be. As you just watch more and more episodes, especially when you had him comparison to like Sasuke, who was like this sort of like genius, cool character. And you had like Naruto, who's like shunned away, kind of like the like, you know, the outsider nerd, not even a nerd, but you know, just like the weirdo, you know, the weirdo kid. All right, the girl with the cat ears. All right, you know, the weirdo character you just see in school. You just see a girl with random with cat ears. You're like, who's this? Why is she wearing cat ears? Like, you know, just a weirdo, right? But as you just watch more and more, like, hopefully this ain't no spoiler, but when you just watching like more so when they get to like the tuning, I mean it happens before, but as you can just watch this with the tuning exam, that's where you just see these characters development just peak, right? Just peak. Like I remember, I still remember to this day, I think, where you had Rock Lee tuning exam. You guys probably already know, with him versus Garo, bro. And when Rock Lee went up on that statue and Guy Sensei told him, Rock Lee, take off them weights, and he gets to unstrapping all the weights on his I think it was his legs. and then he holds it out and drops it. And the one girl who was from the sand village, who was on guard teams and stuff, she was like, what is it dropping a few weights is gonna do? And then as you just see them slowly drop down, all you hear is a boosh, and you realize those weights was actually extremely heavy. And then Rock Lee just goes crazy. This man was like lightning speed. I'm like, god dang. I'm like when you just see that as a kid, you just like, oh my god. Because as you just see Rock Lee, you just see him as like a goofy character with some bushy eyebrows, and then you just see that one moment, you're like, oh my god, this man is for real. This man is serious. And then you just realize I think he was like, when he was facing Sasuke, he was holding on to those weights as well. And Sasuke is like, oh my god, this guy is a freaking beast. Oh my god. Like that one moment, I was like, dang. Like it's just some hype moments. Or when you had like Naruto versus Neji, and then you see how Naruto, everybody was like, bro, it was like freaking everybody was against Naruto winning, because you know Neji's this genius, this guy's like OP or something like that, and then Naruto just outsmarted the genius in a way, in his own I guess you could say, would you say goofy or brilliant way. Oh, man, that stuff was just, because Naruto is just like the type of character who's never going to give up until he reaches his goal or dream. And you just see how far he pushes himself. And I guess this is like showing like the ninja way, you feel me? And I feel like that's what that was like kind of missing, like in terms of like these newer shows, you know, especially when you have like Boruto. Like you had like them not really like with Boruto, bro. Again, with OG Naruto, everything was like martial arts, and then you get the Boruto, you realize obviously that again there's improvement on generation, where the next generation is gonna be more broken than the older generation. And then you just see like everything with like Boruto, and the characters are just like, bro, they like freaking Hokage, like they like 10 years old and probably Hokage level in terms of good. Like what is this? Like they just Hokage level at like 10 years old, and you're like, what the, like, am I getting old? Like, am I getting old? Like, what happened to like the basics? They throwing a freaking a kunai. What? They over there just throwing out freaking meteors at 10 years old. And I feel like that's sometimes what you have in, that's why I like some of the manga, not said manga, animes right now. Like you got, I've always been into like shonen ones. So you know, I've always been like into like the wait, Boruto is shonen, right? Yeah, Boruto is shonen. Yeah, Demon Slayer, yeah, My Hero, Black Clover. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Again, I already talked about the manga that I like to read, and I can't cap with you guys. All right. At first, I was into AOT, but I kid you not, man. When a manga, and it's not bad, when a manga gets too in detail, that's when I get bored. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't want to be reading something. Again, I'm basic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm basic. But I don't want to be reading something on like chapter 200. But to be able to get chapter 200, I gotta remember something on that happened on chapter 7. Like, what are we doing? Like, why do I have to remember this something from chapter 7 when I'm only up to chapter 200? And I felt like with AOT, when AOT became more complex, I guess, yeah, that's the word, complex. That's when I was like, I had to cut that off, bruh. Or like just done reading. Again, AOT is a good anime, manga, whatever you want to say. But for me, I'm a basic person, all right? I am basic. All right, my attention span is very low. So if I have to like really think. That's why I'm like, bro, all right, you got it. I'm done. Cause I think like, cause with AOT, you know, you got the characters basically fighting against titans and stuff like that, giants, whatever you want to call it. And then it gets into this like whole political thing where everything is like complex. I'm like, okay, I'm good. All right, I am good. Again, I don't mind those type of mangas. Like I've read like to fully Promise Love, like Promise Neverland. I read that fully. Dr. Stone, I read that fully. And those are mangas that can get really complex and detailed where you have to figure out what happened on this chapter to understand the later chapters. And like, okay. But I feel like AOT, bruh. I mean, it was already like I was already when I was reading like AOT, I was already in the phase where I was into like manga, like Korean manga and stuff. So it was very easy for me to just like go away from AOT for the most part. And I'm actually really liking how Korean manga has been like getting like animes, because there are some sleeper Korean manga that are just absolutely fire. Like I can name some that's not even the ones that I mentioned like in the genre. Well, actually it does, because it's like martial arts. Like you guys should read this one, right? Because it has a lot of chapters in it. You should read how to just look this up. It's probably one of the pirate manga sites anyway. So just look up How to Fight. That one is a banger. All right, the characters looks really, really good. Color more realistic. And the other one that that I read fully, even the spin-off one, is The Boxer. Again, you want to look up How to Fight and The Boxer. Definitely a very good read. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's a very, very good read. Those manga. And then you also have what's the other ones Korean mangas that I read? I read Hardcore Leveling Warrior. That season 1 is fire. Season 2 trash. I've read God of High School. Season 1 fire. Season 2 trash. I don't know what it be with those season 2s. They just become like trash or something like that. What's another one? Like there's probably some other ones that I read fully. Oh, like I used to read a one that's called like what's it called? Lookism, something like that. If I'm saying that right. That one was really a very fun read, and it gets like a little bit what's it? It's like realistic, but you know, not realistic in a way. But it's really good. It's a lot of chapters. People wanted me to read Tower of God, but I can't even lie. I don't know if they remade the early chapters, but those early chapters, they look like a 10-year-old druid. I'm not gonna lie. And obviously it's a story behind that, why it looks like that. But man, I've been spoiled all my life on good drawings, from being Japanese manga, Korean manga. I just can't look at something that look like a 10-year-old druid. I just can't. I just can't do it to myself. I can't do it. And I think it's like has like obviously it only happens like the earlier chapters, and then the drawings becomes extremely a lot better in the like the mid or later chapters. But man, the early chapters, bruh, my eyes be like ready to throw up just looking at it. That's how bad the drawing is for Tower of God in the beginning. Oh yeah, Solo Leveling is a freaking manga. How could I forget that? I read in the light novel that. But what are some other good ones? Like I've been really interested in like, again, I always talked about like how I into like the isekai game like ones or martial arts type of manga in terms of like reading, and it's been like these two ones that I honestly can recommend, even though they don't have that many chapters. It was one called like Doctor's Rebirth, where pretty much it was like a doctor who pretty much dies in the real world and gets reincarnated into like a martial arts world, where he's using like techniques where he incorporates like he fused like techniques from obviously as him being a doctor into like the martial arts world, and pretty much is like a cultivation because like a healer or whatever. and that has like 90 chapters, and that's really good because again he used like techniques that would be in like the real world where pretty much you have like what is it, like stitches, brain surgery and stuff like that, but in like martial arts cultivation as well, martial arts styles as well, if you get what I'm saying. And there's also another one called what's called Perfect Surgeon, I think. And this one is really interesting. I like this one because it's more realistic in a way, even though it's not really at the beginning, as I'm probably going to explain, where pretty much it's going to be like this guy who is a cosmetologist, where his dream was to be a doctor or a surgeon who could save everyone. But he has like this kind of like weird thing where he has like electricity in his hand, like where he just drains like power of things. And he meets up with his friend who is developing this high intelligent AI. And basically with him, like he touches the AI and the AI gets transported into his body. So now his whole world is being fused between him and the AI, and the AI and him basically just help each other out, where AI helps him in his dream of becoming the surgeon that saves everyone, and he helps the AI because the AI wants to know how to feel. I know, guys, it's gonna be like some iRobot type of thing. All right, I don't know. And it gets a little bit really interesting because he becomes like a doctor in training. I don't want to spoil it, but he becomes like a doctor in training, and he starts to realize some of the things that he can't do, pretty much not being able to save absolutely everyone. Again, I'm not going to spoil the whole thing. If you guys want to be interested in reading it, you can. Again, it's not many chapters on Perfect Surgeon. It's like, I think 35 maybe, which is like a 1 hour read or something. Most people who really read. But yeah, I feel like me just talking random. Yeah, just me randomly just speaking. Again, I was planning on doing like this thing where I was gonna just do like a tier list for Ragnarok characters that I really like. Not really like, but I think are good lucky in terms of like design wise and story wise. For the most part, for me, I was gonna include like as I just thought about it, I forgot like, yo, there are some Seven Deadly Sins characters that are Ragnarok based, but then I just thought about it, like there's not really much difference in the Seven Deadly characters for Ragnarok. Like the only thing that's different is that they SDS characters who are rocking like winter Macy outfits, like they go there wear Macy coats and stuff like with fur. Like there's no big difference. There's no big difference, but I was debating if I should add them on there. So you guys can let me know if I should for the tier list. Again, it's just me just rating like what I think are good looking characters. But for the most part, I get into like how much I like their story and stuff as well to be in my what's the word, deduction on like what I should be like a top tier Ragnarok character for the most part. But what I think of they look. Sometimes it gets to be like me just how like it's just like a vibe check for the most part, just a vibe check. But yeah, that's me just talking randomly again. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know what I'm gonna have in the gameplay, probably summer characters to pretty much be inspired by Summer Deanne coming out and all the other cool summer outfits for like the festival, like Elizabeth and Lolly Merlin. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy me randomly speaking. And this really, guys, I'm out. Peace.